Welcome to your first look, not at Monster Energy AMA Supercross in Birmingham. It's raining today, no one's riding. So I found this gentleman,
That's right.
Said his name is Malcolm, and we're at the Barber Vintage Motorsports Museum. It's 20 minutes from where we're racing Supercross. I don't know how many people know about this, but this gentleman here, you can explain. It is unbelievable, this collection.
This place is crazy. I mean, honestly, I was flying and I didn't even know about this place. Got a little ad on my Instagram and said Barber Motorsports, and I typed it in on the address, and there's this big place, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna show up. And I had no idea how big and how cool this place was gonna be, because I mean, to be quite fair, this is my first time ever being in Birmingham. Would have never fine to be here, because there's really no reason to be here, but we have a reason now, because we're racing tomorrow. We're
racing tomorrow, rain or shine, and I think tomorrow's weather forecast is okay. So there's a road race track right here. I've been here before for Motor America. There's Porsches on the track right now in the rain. This motocross section is cool. We're putting Malcolm in front of it, all husky.
This is it.
But to be honest, the other side where it's all cars, the real reason you came is because your dad's here and he's old school. You like the old school? He likes the old school.
He said, oh yeah.
Big J's pumped. So we'll show you some other stuff. They got F1. Have you seen much yet, or you just been over here?
It's so big. I came to the moto side of it, and I got a whole nother area.
So Malk and I will walk around, talk about some of the moto stuff, and then we'll also show you all the car stuff, or as much as we can fit into one video.
Okay.
Everybody shows up.
All right. So, what is your favorite motorcycle? Come on, let's take a walk. Let's see what we got here. What? As far as how good your memory is.
Yeah. So no, this is the creme de la.
It doesn't count.
I'm only going
I remember that. So no, come on.
I'm not that old then. I'll take the compliment. Like, these are all, dude, 83.
Okay,
I would have been.
If there was a bike
that
you were like, I would ride this.
I would like to have one in my garage.
Yes.
I'm going all the way to the end of the line.
No, we gotta jump the jump, come back.
Bro, you're telling me at your age, you're looking at this and saying, bro, I want one of those so bad. Yeah, that's 6'7", that's 69. Yeah. But these were still the Kings back then, the CZs.
Yeah, CZs.
And then what I'm trying to help you
The Harley Davidson.
Yeah. They're owned by AMF, which was a bowling pin company.
I still bowl.
Yeah. But I'm trying to, look, there you go, man. There's your heritage right there. Yeah, we got the Husky, baby.
Yeah.
We got a Husky for you. I'm just trying to make you look good.
I understand. I get it.
I mean, there was
I'm taking the front
You're still
tires.
taking the desert bike.
I'm taking the desert bike.
Still taking the desert bike. Yeah, we got a Husky. Here, Husky 250. That would be your premier class bike.
Trackmasters. All this is super, super cool, but that line right there, man, now that is something I can even relate to more. That's more vintage than me, a little bit more than that. That's sick, don't get me wrong, but that, God, it ain't never gonna end.
Okay, so excellent tour. Thank you, Malcolm Stewart, for helping us out through the Barber Museum. There's 1,880 motorcycles. It's the largest motorcycle collection in the world, they tell me. Now we're back at the pits. Of course, our show brought to you by 60 Helmets. We can't show you any riding today because there isn't any, but we will go talk to some riders. But a real quick reminder, of course, our show is brought to you by 60 Helmets, dedicated to the relentless pursuit of brain protection. 60's patented Omni-Directional Suspension technology provides protection capabilities unmatched by any other helmet design. Established in 2011, 60 is the technology leader in motorcycle and bicycle helmet design. Joined by the massive Coty Schock towering over me.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm confused. You rode really well at Daytona. You're right there in the points. Are you okay? Is there something else going on though?
We've been better, but I'm good.
Okay.
I'm race ready.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
No.
You got banged up last week. You're fine.
No, we're good.
This points thing. What are you, 4 points out of the lead or something right now?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any pressure there? Do you start thinking about this?
No.
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 Why not? This is a great opportunity.
Yeah, it's cool, but I don't know. I just don't let things like that get to me. Like,
I see.
There's a lot of racing left, and I'm very stoked on where I'm at.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you start thinking about that, the rest kind of goes out the door.
I see.
And I don't want to get disappointed. I just want to take one race at a time, and yeah, that's about it.
You've been consistent. Pretty much no one else in 250 East has. Mm-hmm. Has it been a conscious decision to not take chances, or is it just working out?
No, I'd say it's most likely just working out.
Okay.
I know I'm fast.
Yeah.
But like, am I like that fast? I don't necessarily think so, but I feel like it can come for sure. But no, I'm just focusing on my own laps and letting everything else kind of fall into place. And this is where we're at right now.
Okay, no pressure, somehow.
No, it's all in the mustache. It's all in the mustache.
Looks good, and he's really tall right now. Do you even know where you stack up yet? Because I feel like you've been just coming through traffic.
Yeah, and yeah, no. I mean, of course, this year there's fantastic bikes, there's fantastic riders, and it's hard if you start behind them to be able to make passes on them. But my speed in Arlington, the lap times were right there, and I actually the thing is, we were talking about this earlier, like the whoops so far, the first three have just turned into a great rut and just jumpers.
Yeah.
There's never been like a separator of like, oh wow, okay, that's like someone's got like half a second on someone by getting the whoops really good or whatever, because everyone's pretty much doing the same thing. Daytona obviously was a completely different race. That might as well have been SMX. That was outdoors, wide open, deep, and I mean it was tricky, really technical, but kind of hard to get going. And again, the bike's getting hot, and it's not Supercross. And we are a Supercross specialist setup, and I mean, heat race was great, and everything was fantastic there. I felt like I rode really well. Just didn't go our way in the main. Here, it's raining loads. I've heard they've cut down the whoops, they've cut down the track. It's again, this weekend everyone wants it to be a showdown of let's have a Supercross race, but if it's not, and if it's rollers instead of whoops, and it's super muddy, who knows?
That's what I'm saying. We have not had like a throwdown yet. We don't really know where you stack up, where almost anybody stacks up.
Yeah. Even like Arlington was kind of, I guess, the first one, but because it was one of those tracks where it was so tight and short, and the whoops were, everyone was doing the same thing. I know it's the same for everyone, but there wasn't like a typical, all right, this is a real race right now. Let's go, and someone sent it through the whoops and passed two guys, and someone's got sketchy, and someone's done this and that. Like it's all been pretty much riding around in a line. So it'll be interesting. I mean, it is what it is. I was talking about it earlier. You know, I've been around the game long enough. I know I've not done that many seasons of Supercross, but you've got to accept the conditions of what's thrown at you and make the best out of each situation. That's what we can do.
Yeah, but everybody assumes, oh, he wants the mud. He's from England. He wants it.
I know, but the thing is, it's like last week in Daytona, the mud can go your way or it cannot go your way. It's, you get a bad start and the bike's overheating, the bike loses a lot of power really fast, and
or you blow your goggles or something.
I can deal with the mud. I've seen the mud. The mud doesn't bother me. Yeah. I'm fine with mud. I'm also fine with it being dry. I'm fine with there being a big set of whoops. I'm fine with a big sand section. I'm fine with no sand section. It is what it is. I feel like for us, you know, we are a small team, and I've been saying, oh, it's great, you know, we're here, we've got the red plate. Wow, it is, in hindsight, it is brilliant. But we also expect to do big things. You know, we've got the red plate for a reason, because our crew have worked extremely hard to do what we can do, and we're here to do work and do business. We're not just sat here going, oh, we're so lucky, because I don't feel like we've even performed that well at the first 3 rounds. It's not like I've gone 1-1-1 and have if I'd have done that, I'd have had a 25-point lead by now. So so it is, it's what it is. We're in this situation. I'm going to go out and make the best of the situation, whether it's muddy, whether it's an easier track, whether it's a gnarly Supercross track. It is what it is. When the goggles go on, we're there to do some work, and I believe that our team and crew has got the potential to be in the fight.
All right, the most recent new winner in Supercross is Tom VL, but I feel like after that one, even you're curious. Awesome to do it at Daytona, awesome to do it in those conditions, but you want to get it done on one of these and see how that would work, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, Daytona it's kind of Supercross, but a little bit different. It's more like outdoor, especially last weekend with the mud. Yeah. But anyway, I was really happy to get my win, and it was my first time, so my first win ever. So and in Daytona, it's pretty amazing for me. But like you said, I want to win on a normal Supercross track. Hopefully tomorrow will be okay with the rain, but excited for tomorrow.
We didn't see much. Obviously, Detroit was a mess. bad start, round 2, and then Daytona. How have you felt in the off-season on the regular Supercross track? Big step up?
Yes, I would say yes, because compared to last year, I mean, last year was my first year and I improved a lot this winter. I had actually a great winter.
Yeah.
I could train pretty good, and I was ready in Detroit. Unfortunately, with the start crash, we were a lot of riders down, but I mean, I was P3 and P1 in Dallas and Daytona, so I mean, we're on a good way, and hopefully we can continue that way.
On that note, I'm sure you want to celebrate winning a Supercross is a big, big deal. But at the same time, you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself. You're thinking title. So is it hard to balance exhaling and feeling like you accomplished something, but not?
I mean, yeah, it was my first podium 2 weeks ago, and last week my first win. So I went pretty fast, but I want to be consistent. That was really my goal before starting the season, and I want to be consistent every weekend and fight to be on the box every weekend, and hopefully fight for the win, of course. But being consistent, I think, in 250 is the most important right now.
Okay, and then during the week, does anything change when you come to the track and you want to race? Does it feel any different?
I would say yes and no. I mean, when you ride, it doesn't really matter, but like you feel more confident, to be honest, a little bit more, and I feel pretty good with that win. I needed that, to be honest. It was cool, and I'm really excited for the end of the season.
Okay. We found Cooper Webb. Didn't get to see him much, honestly, in Daytona. Maybe it was a good ride. We don't really know. Was it good, or are you disappointed?
It was not. It was half and half.
Okay.
It was a good ride, good charge at the end. Just didn't get the best of starts and didn't get going at the end of the race, and got in the fourth late, and the boys were gone. So I actually rode good, but you just can't let those boys get ahead like that.
So you still have confidence. It's not like, oh man, Daytona have usually been good. I didn't podium, and you're deflated. You can still have some positives coming out of it.
No, for sure. And I think it was a weird track, right? Like that claimed a lot of people. It was a treacherous track. So no, I was happy, and like I've been saying all year, if it wasn't for that freaking Jet Lawrence, it would have been another podium. But, it's good. We managed a good night. Like I said, I made a late race charge to get in the fourth, so that was good, and we'll take it.
Yes, you mentioned the Jet thing. It's funny because it was like Chase and Eli and you, and I'm like, well, that's the 3 from last year, pretty much in every round. So do you think about that? Like, does it feel different with him in there? Has anything changed? Or are you just do you and you're fine? Or are you studying him? Are you watching? Has it changed the game, having him in the field?
It's definitely changed things.
Okay.
I think we all, at least me, I knew coming in this year, you have Chase, you have Kenny, you have Eli, you have Jay, you have all the guys that we've been racing the last few years. I didn't get to race Jet much this summer, so you saw at SMX, all the races, how good he's going to be. So I think for me, the whole offseason, that was kind of the bar. And that's what we were coming in, like making sure we had speed and all that. So overall, I've been really happy with where I'm at. But it is, like I said, it's a new guy that's here to stay, unfortunately for us. But I think it's raised everybody's level of competition. But it is, like what I just said, is the fourth place that I've gotten this year would have been thirds and the top fives and so on and so forth. Everyone's on top of their game this year for sure.
Last thing, there's got to be a part of you that's a challenge as a competitor that you are.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you wouldn't want it any other way. You're racing, I've been racing the best guys my whole career, and now we're racing the best guys and the up-and-coming guys, the old guy, everybody.
Yes.
Right? And I think this year especially, I feel like everyone in the class is probably the best versions of themselves that they've been in a long time. So it's been awesome, and I think whoever, wins at the end of the year deserves every bit of it.
Cool.